Heyo, welcome into the CHGO White Sox pregame show presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Welcome into Studio B of our CHGO offices here in the West Loop of Chicago. I'm Sean Anderson, the host of the CHGO White Sox pregame show. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. And alongside me, as always, is Herb Lawrence.
Hello.
Follow him on Twitter at Ecknerwall23. He is the CHGO White Sox community leader. We are here to preview the White Sox versus the Guardians. It is game 4 of a 4-game set. The Sox lost on Friday. They lost the first game on Saturday. They won the second game on Saturday, and they are looking to split this series, and it's Dylan Cease versus Shane Bieber. Herb, how you feeling?
Feeling all right. The White Sox tried to give away both of those games in the doubleheader, but a great rocket shot by Pollock there in the 8th inning to give the White Sox a lead on the 2-run single. And, the fact that Graveman and Hendricks weren't available in the 9th kind of got me scared. You're putting Matt Foster out there. He walks the leadoff guy. And then Terry Francona does the dumb thing like Tony did in the first game. He sacrificed bunts, gives a free out. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate it, especially for a team that is very contact heavy in Cleveland, where you don't need necessarily a bunt to move a guy over. You could do a hit and run. You can do just hit, as you've been doing all day. So thank you, Terry Francona, because the White Sox, I don't think, win that game without your free out you gave them.
Well, and also we saw Leury bunt in game 1 of the in game 1,
yeah.
I think of the 7th inning there, and then in the I think it was ended up being the 9th inning. You saw another sacrifice bunt. Miles Straw ended up getting a sacrifice bunt down. So both guys old school in ways. It's just frustrating. I know fans are frustrated with Liam being unavailable. In this game, game 1 he pitches and he's unavailable in game 2. Same with Graveman. I know guys want to see people out more, and we see that with the lineup today. Josh Harrison ended up being scratched from the lineup, and then Andrew Vaughn is not in the lineup. Vinny Duber is out at Guaranteed Rate Field. Our guy, and he talked to Tony La Russa, and Josh Harrison felt something before the game, so he was scratched after feeling a slight pull in his hammy from a swing last night. And then Andrew Vaughn is out of the lineup after a recommendation from the training staff, per Tony La Russa, with the Sox not wanting to risk injury after Vaughn did a lot of running this weekend. Here's the full answer on Vaughn not playing. This is Tony. He said, in Andrew's case, he's been playing out in the outfield. I talked to him this morning, and I talked to the White Sox trainer, James Kruk, and thought it would be good to take a break. We were careful with his legs there for a while, and he's starting to feel himself, so it's a good day to back off. Sometimes you need freshness of mind, and sometimes you need freshness of body. That's the case here. It's freshness of body. The guy's not going to go out there when he's all tight and hurt, and he plays and pulls something, tears something. What's the point? He's had 4 days off and 3 rugged days here. He's ran a lot. Believe me, if there wasn't a good reason, Andrew's as good as a hitter as we have in our lineup, and he'd be in the lineup. There's good reason. And he continues by saying, if you want to cover your ass and write someone in that shouldn't play, that's not sensible. Vaughn physically would be a push we would regret if something happened, and then he's out for 2 to 3 weeks because he pulled something. The easy one with him is he just went through a period where he was running at 75%, so sometimes it's not a tough call. This was an easy one to give him a day off, and believe me, against anyone, we want Andrew Vaughn in the lineup. So, Herb, people are pissed off that Andrew Vaughn's not in the lineup. People annoyed that Josh Harrison's not in the lineup, but Leury Garcia's in there. What do you make of the rest today for Andrew Vaughn?
If this philosophy of rest, which bear fruit, I would say, okay, cool. Smooth. I understand why you're giving all these people rest, but it hasn't bore fruit yet. Like another point somebody brings up, Shy Bulls 1229 says Vaughn needs a day off before an off day coming off an All-Star break. What the fuck? I feel the same. Now, if Andrew came to you and said, hey man, I need a break, I need a blow, the trainer's telling you this, which is, I guess you have to listen to the trainer, but also, what's that guy doing? A lot of people are hurt. He ain't doing his job correctly. So, James Kruk, I got John to slide towards you, too. So, yes, I would love for my best hitter, which I still think Andrew Vaughn is the White Sox best hitter in the lineup versus a guy in Shane Bieber that is going to be a tough hit for anybody. You give yourself a better chance to win if you want Andrew Vaughn in there. If you have Andrew Vaughn there, you want to give him a blow? Give him a blow in the first game yesterday. Sit him out or have him DH last night. One of the two, but you want him in the game versus their best because he gives you a better chance to win than somebody else in the lineup. It's just so frustrating that Tony and we have a day off tomorrow, then we have a day off on Thursday, and we came up a full week of rest. When are these guys going to be ready? When?
Yeah.
These games all count.
I mean, usually I push back a little bit when it comes to Vaughn and his playing time, but no, I agree with you. At this point, he's only played 75 games. That is the third most on the team, but he really hasn't dealt with any long-term injuries. And a guy like A.J. Pollock, who's played the second most, has. A.J. Pollock had that long stretch there where, early on in the season, he had that hamstring pull and wasn't able to play in a decent amount of games. And you look at it, Jose Abreu's played in 93 games. A.J. Pollock's played in 76. Andrew Vaughn's played in 75. This will be 77 today for Pollock and 94 today for Jose Abreu. But what's going to happen first? Jose Abreu making it to 100 games or another White Sox making it to 80? So it's pretty ridiculous. I get it.
So Jose Abreu hasn't sat out a whole game then?
No.
If he's played 93, this will be his 94th.
He sat out one game, I think. He sat out one game of a doubleheader, and that was the last game he sat out back in May. I think it was May 17th. He sat out
because he not need a blow? Does he not need a rest?
I don't think they can ask that man to take a break.
If you can't ask him, don't ask Andrew Vaughn. I hold him at that esteem. He doesn't hit it for power, but you need as much offense as you can get. And if Andrew Vaughn says, "Hey, let me get a blow," give him a blow. But this is an important game. If you lose and come up short because you didn't have quality at bats, like Andrew Vaughn's going to give you for the most part when he's up there. It's on you, Tony. And yes, you take Josh Harrison out because if he feels something. That's a smart move.
Right.
But I don't like Andrew Vaughn not being in the lineup.
Well, Herb, I got to ask you a question. So Andrew Vaughn versus Shane Bieber. I heard that there's rumors that Shane Bieber is a good pitcher. I've heard that if you're going up against a good pitcher, you would want a good hitter up against him. That's what I've heard.
Yes. And this game being pivotal, all the games are important, but this game is a game that you can salvage something at home, even though it's not great to split at home versus one of your rivals who are above you. It's better than going 1-3 versus those guys. So, yes, you got your ace out there. You want to give your ace the best chance for him to win. Put the best lineup out there. Don't do these things where you're giving rest to people after an all-star break and then 2 days off this week, too. Nobody better be off in Colorado then. Nobody. Ever.
Hey, it's a big outfield out there. If Andrew Vaughn's running around left field, he might need that second game off. You never know because he needs to rest on Thursday. Rest is very important for a growing boy. I agree with Scheibel's 12:29, though. Hey, Jose Ramirez out as well. So him participating in the home run derby, him being in the All-Star game, he's not able to play today. So that's probably the biggest news. Let's look at the starting lineups. Let's look at the White Sox first. But no J-Ram and a pitcher's duel, I'll take it. White Sox lineup is as follows. Tim Anderson leading off at shortstop. Yohan Moncada playing third base, batting second. A.J. Pollock in left field, batting third. Jose Abreu playing first and batting fourth. Eloy Jimenez at designated hitter, batting fifth. Gavin Sheets in right field, batting sixth. Sebi Zavala at catcher, batting seventh. Leury Garcia at second base, batting eighth. And Adam Engel in center field, batting nine. Eloy Jimenez had a homer yesterday, had 2 hits, and he has the highest OPS versus Shane Bieber of the Sox, the only player with a 900 plus OPS against Shane Bieber. He's got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. I think he's got a couple walks against him as well. So Eloy has always seen Shane Bieber pretty well.
And that's why I would wonder why A.J. Pollock is hitting third in this lineup. Put Jose Abreu third, move Eloy to fourth, and then have A.J. Pollock. I know he hit a hit last night that gave us the win, but he overall is not a 3-hitter. This year he's definitely not a 3-hitter. So why would give him more at-bats than Jose Abreu? It's befuddling to me.
4 for 11, Abreu, or Eloy is lifetime versus
and Abreu, I think, does well versus Shane Bieber, too.
He does.
Really well.
800 career OPS. So the big guys that you want to watch out for today, and I definitely didn't pick any of these guys, so I feel stupid. I ended up going with a different guy for our pick to click. But I got, let's see, Abreu 844. He is 10 for 36 lifetime
Couple home runs
versus Shane Bieber, 3 home runs off of Shane Bieber. Yohan Moncada is 9 for 33. He has a double and 2 home runs off of Shane Bieber. He's got an 836 OPS, and Eloy Jimenez 4 of 11. He's got 2 doubles, no homers, but he's got a 909 OPS. But Grandal struggled, TA struggled, Harrison's been horrible, so it's honestly probably good that he's been out of the lineup. Harrison's got a 286 OPS versus Bieber. Garcia's got a 700 OPS versus Bieber. So, hey.
Leary.
Yeah. Leary, he's doing some damage. Big issue, though, it's Shane Bieber. He's faced the Sox twice this year, and both in doubleheaders on April 20th and July 12th. 9 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 7 Ks in his last outing. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 7 Ks in the other outing. So Shane Bieber, pretty damn good, and the Sox can't figure him out.
Really tough, but this is the type of opponent you'll be going against in the playoffs. So no time like the present to practice and get off the schneid versus Shane Bieber on this game. And it's not a doubleheader, so maybe he feels a little something different, knowing that there's nothing behind him. So let's go on and crush this bum. Put some people on in front of the people who can get hits, like Yohan Moncada and Jose Abreu, and apparently Eloy Jimenez, and not in front of Luis Garcia. Well, actually, his 700 OPS works.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, why not
just bunt him instead?
Why not just bat Leary third? He's better than AJ Pollock.
I mean, they've done it, so I would just be as mad as I am right now. So it doesn't really matter. Tony keeps on at the same level. I don't get madder at him. I just keep on pointing out the same dumbass things that he's doing, like bunting, sacrifice bunting in the bottom of the 8th inning when you're trying to get more than just 1 run because you know the goddamn Cleveland Indians are going to attack you guys.
Cleveland Guardians, by the way.
Guardians.
Not walking Josh Naylor in the 9th inning. That makes no sense. The Nolan Jones does a great job of hitting. I mean, that's a slider low and in. He does a great job of pulling that ball and taking advantage of Gavin Sheets being slow and bad in right field and takes a second base. That's a great job by Nolan Jones.
How about Steve Stone in the middle of the game? There was a runners, I think, at third, and Jose Ramirez is up, and Steve's like, I would walk him right here. Franmil Reyes is want to hit a ground ball. He's been 0 for 2 versus Johnny Cueto. That would be the plan. Next pitch. Sacrifice fly. Jose Ramirez gets the 4th run into the game, and then subsequently, Franmil Reyes grounds it to the shortstop immediately. And Steve, going to the break, they're like, "Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, that's it."
Well,
just furious.
Wayne just said down here, "I admire the faith that you have in this team. I've tried and tried, but when I watch this team at the plate, it's uninspiring." I don't really have faith in this team, Wayne. I keep getting disappointed by this team on a daily basis. And yesterday's game 1 was a clear sign of that. I thought that they were screwed. They were down 4-1. And then, hey, comeback, baby. Like, we've seen that before. The Sox love a little garbage time comeback, but then they actually tied the game up.
Yeah, it wasn't a false rally.
It was like,
real.
Oh, shit. All right, here we go. And then they just throw the damn game away. Liam Hendricks hasn't given up an earned run since May 14th. Prime opportunity for him to give up his first earned run since May 14th.
Yeah, give up all of them.
It was not fun to watch. And then, the last game shouldn't have been that close. You're 3-0, and the White Sox really just can't tighten it down. They can't really stomp on those throats like they wanted to.
Can I ask you I was going through this process with Courtney, my fiance. I was like, oh man, 6 innings, the man's below 90 pitches. I'm sure Lance is out there like, give me the 7th. Give me that goddamn 7th. I was like that. What were your thoughts on taking Lance out after the 6th inning? Great outing. Mm-hmm. Cleveland could not see him at all. And then putting Jose Ruiz in the 7th.
I was fine with it just because, again, you have a 3-0 lead. And Lance hasn't been good. This is Lance's first good start in a while. We've talked about this with Gio as well, and we've seen Lance Lynn. I think it was the Baltimore game, goes in the 7th inning, and that's when the wheels start to fall off. So I was completely fine with it. Trust your bullpen. You spent 27% of the damn budget on it. It should be better. But maybe instead of Jose Ruiz, it needs to be Kendall Graveman or whoever. It needs to be your best. It needs to be the guys you spent money on and not Jose Ruiz, who's been in this organization and has just developed a changeup, and that's why he's in the bullpen. Like, this guy, I don't know. I mean, Ruiz is just frustrating. He's good in losses, right?
Yes.
He's good when you're down 5 and it's the 9th inning. Like, put him in that game. But I can't trust him when he's going in a 3-0 ball game at all.
But it's good to have the big bastard back to being dominant and yelling and striking out the Cleveland Guardians, which White Sox pitchers have had a hard time doing. That's what I'm looking forward to today. This is the perfect pitcher to go against the Guardians because the Guardians don't strike out a lot, but we have a strikeout master out there in Dylan Cease. There's only 5 good pitchers in the American League, and they're all named Dylon.
Let's talk about Dylon. Let's look at that. Well, we got to go to the Guardians lineup. Never mind. We'll talk about who Dylon will be facing. Guardians lineup led off by Steven Kwan in left field, batting second, Ahmed Rosario playing shortstop, batting third, Josh Naylor, designated hitter for the Guardians, batting fourth, Franmil Reyes out in right field, batting fifth, Andres Jimenez at second base, batting sixth, Owen Miller playing first base, batting seventh, the big Ernie Clement at third base, batting eighth, Austin Hedges at catcher, and batting ninth, Miles Straw in center field. Straw's been annoying in center field today. Jimenez has been very good defensively. He made a great play in that All-Star game, but the big thing, no J-Ram.
Oh, it feels so good not to see that sumbitch in the lineup. Because if it was a base opening opportunity and to pitch to J-Ram or not, our guy would pitch to him. So to see a lesser lineup, it doesn't look as scary, but those guys all get hits. Steven Kwan, every time I go up and see him, he's getting some type of cheap hit or triple, and then Jimenez is getting a hit, then Rosario's good, looking good, Franmil Reyes is leaving yard, that jerk Naylor's doing stuff. So it's still a troublesome lineup, but without Ramirez, it goes from a very scary lineup to, oh man, it's scary, but we can handle that, especially if we got our mans on the bump.
So I got bad news.
Ah, shit.
And let's look at the starting pitching matchup.
Fuck. Here we go.
So since 2020, oh Jesus Christ, Steven.
Oh God.
Steven, I think there's a problem with the graphic.
No, I wish that guy was pitching.
Yeah, if his name's Bieber, we'd probably still get lit up by the guy who would be kidding.
If I don't know, is Justin a right-hander or a left-hander?
I think he's a right-hander.
Can we confirm that, Steven?
I'll look
into that.
I think the video when he was pissing in the bucket.
Sorry, what?
He was right-handed. He pissed in a mop bucket.
Oh, good for him.
Because he's a tool.
That's true. He's
a rich tool, but he's a tool. Yeah, Justin Bieber.
Has he ever thrown out a first pitch? Maybe you should look up Justin Bieber first pitch.
I'm going to his basketball video. I think that's, I'll see which hand he shoots with.
But I'm a lefty who and I shoot with my right hand.
By the way, look, see,
he was with his right there.
Yeah,
but he just used his left there.
That's Canadian. It's ambidextrous.
That was a carry for sure.
Well, no, there's no ref.
Oh, do you guys ever see? Ever see the Atlanta episode of?
Hold on. So he threw out a first pitch at the White Sox game, and we're not using.
When he was a child.
Yeah, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look it up.
The Atlanta episode of with Justin Bieber in a charity basketball
He's a right-hander.
Game is the most funny thing of all time. It's so ridiculous. Just go and watch it. If you guys watch the show Atlanta, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. That show is just brilliant.
Pause on that, Steven.
There's literally a comment on this video. It says he isn't right-handed though; he's left-handed.
Oh wow!
He threw this out righty.
I gotta watch. I mean,
might sign. He might be ambidextrous.
I gotta watch it.
He's very talented.
Guys, yesterday I did a beer Olympics, and it was one of my friends has the weirdest thing. He golfs righty, he plays beer pong lefty, and he throws a frisbee righty. He's all over the map, and he said he writes lefty. I've never seen that type of ambidextrous ability.
As I was saying, I throw left-handed in baseball. I shoot right-handed in basketball. So I got some ambidextrous to me.
Yeah. My left arm's useless.
All right, there you go. Can we show that video at all?
Not on pregame, actually.
Are you kidding
I can't
me?
Share it.
You're kidding me.
I'm not.
It's 12-year-old video of non-actual
not
game
legality-wise. I'm saying it's a picture-on-picture thing. I can't do it.
I thought, did we get express written consent from Major League Baseball?
I don't think you need express written consent for a first pitch video. All right, let's go back to the Justin Bieber video. All right, so Shane Bieber, 105 and 2/3 innings pitched this year, a 3.24 ERA, 94 hits allowed, 106 strikeouts, 25 walks surrendered. He's got an ERA plus of 120. That is good. That's 20% better than the major league average. Dylan Cease, 104 and 2/3 innings pitched, just 1 inning shorter than Shane Bieber. He's got a 2.15 ERA, that's 76 better. Hits allowed. That is better. He's got 150 Ks.
Better.
Is that not leading the league anymore? Who's passed him?
It is not.
Who passed him?
I'll have to look it up, but It would have been bolden on Baseball Reference.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's only been 2 games, so I didn't know if because McClanahan just pitched on Tuesday, so like he was the one that was right behind him. Maybe it was Nola or Burns there, but he still leads the league in walks with 48, but his ERA plus at 185. He's been 85% better than the major league average, but he's not an all-star, Herb.
No, he's not apparently. I am shocked that they never rectified that. There should be something. I know at the end of the year they do that like all pro stuff. At the end of the year, he should be. You see how we're kind of scared of Shane Bieber and how great he is. Numbers are getting dwarfed by our guy Dylan Cease out there. Oh, it's your man Garrett Cole with the most walks. No sticky tack anymore, Garrett Cole.
More strikeouts. So yeah, we got
53 for him.
Three away. So Dylan Cease just needs 4 strikeouts today to become the K King again.
Yeah, I think he'll do it. I think he'll strike out at least 3. When we saw what the big bastard did yesterday, would he get 6 or 7 strikeouts against those Cleveland Guardians? I think Dylan Cease has much better stuff than what the big bastard has. He has much better stuff than most players in the major leagues. I'm looking for at least an 8 strikeout performance today, and that is doing something versus this Cleveland Guardians lab. You guys know that because they don't strike out a ton. They're just bat-to-ball skills are ridiculous.
In his 7 career starts, he has 3 games with 8+ strikeouts. He had 9 strikeouts in his last game, his last start on July 12th against the Guardians. He had 9 strikeouts back on the 24th of 2021 in September against the Guardians, and his first start against the Guardians back in 2019, 11 Ks versus the Guardians. So I said I had bad news.
I was wondering about that.
So the bad news is since 2020, Shane Bieber has started 8 games against the White Sox.
Okay.
Do you want to know the White Sox record in those 8 games?
I think the White Sox have won one of those games, so I'll go 7-1.
They are 7-1 in those games.
Yeah,
7-1. Do you want to guess the last game or the only game they won?
I'm gonna say it was in 2020.
No,
was it?
It was in 2021.
Okay.
And Steven, what type of game was it? You guys, can you guess what type of game it was?
Say it was a doubleheader.
No.
Was it a blowout game where the White Sox scored a lot of runs, but also the Guardians or Indians at the time scored a lot of runs?
Nope. It was a 1-0 loss where Dylan Cease started. So the only time they've been able to beat Shane Bieber is when they've had Dylan Cease beat the Guardians. So, hey, pitching century of the matchup, or pitching matchup of the century. This is huge right here. Shane Bieber has dominated the White Sox. Dylan Cease might be the kryptonite against Shane Bieber and the Guardians. So we'll see. He went 5 1/3 in that game. Gave up 4 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 9 Ks. Shane Bieber left after the 3rd inning, so maybe that was possibly why the White Sox actually had a shot at winning that game. But we'll see what happens. I'm nervous about this one, Herb. I don't think the White Sox have a good shot, but let's hope.
The thing I think that might be in the White Sox favor is that Shane Bieber hasn't pitched since July 12th versus the White Sox, where he went 9 innings. But it's a long layoff between pitching and then restarting it again. So Dylan Cease pitched last Sunday, and he'll pitch next Sunday. He's on a Sunday to Sunday start track right now. But I don't think Shane Bieber will be as sharp as he would be if he's on his regular 5 days of rest and then coming back and beating the White Sox. So there's a possibility the White Sox can get to a rusty Shane Bieber early in the game. If they don't get to him early, it's going to be a long day for the White Sox.
Can we just please make him throw some pitches this time? Last time was it was like a Greg Maddux game. It was way too fast. He had the lowest pitch count.
Complete game with under 100 pitches. Yeah,
hate it.
Absolutely ridiculous. I do not blame you. That was absolutely frustrating to see, and hopefully the White Sox are able to turn that around this time and make him throw some damn pitches. The other thing that's frustrating too is just no walks. He has not walked a batter in the last 3 games versus the White Sox.
Yeah.
Last walk they had was in June 1st versus Shane Bieber of 2021. Jesus Christ. Right? I mean, I don't even think they've been hit by a pitch. No, they've been hit by 1 pitch. They've been hit by 1 pitch.
Was it Jose Abreu or Josh Harrison?
Let's see. Hit by pitch on the 12th. Just wait. Give me 1 second.
It's fine. It's just...
going to there. Going to hit by pitch. Andrew Vaughn.
Oh, wow. He won't do that today.
No.
Because our guy says he got to get some ample rest. He better be ready for Tuesday and Wednesday.
So
play both those games. Play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week.
The last good game the Sox had against Shane Bieber, I guess you could say was in April when they went, 86 pitches in 6 innings. Like that's all right, but
how many did he score? How many runs did he score?
1. So like the last time they like really knocked him out early was 2020 September 23rd, 5 innings, 98 pitches. He had 10 strikeouts, no earned runs, but 3 walks. So
it just sounds bad all the time.
It is bad. They
I
suck.
had thought that one time that the White Sox had scored like 4 runs against them, and I was like, this is the best thing of all time. But you're like, no, they scored 1 each time he's faced them this year.
So his worst start since 2020 against the White Sox would be, I guess you would say, August 9th, and that was the Sunday night game that they played where James McCann hit a homer off of him, but it was still a 5-4 win for Cleveland. It was Lucas versus Shane Bieber in that
I do remember that game.
So that was the worst one. The last time the White Sox like absolutely destroyed him was back on 2019 in May 13th, 2019. Gave up 4 home runs.
Let's do it again.
That was 3 years ago.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Hey, it's happened before. Let's do it again.
Is it weird that I take that 5-inning 10K performance from him right now? Let's say like, all right, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, I'll take my chances.
But then they got to
else.
get those runs between the 6th and the 7th, because we know the 8th and the 9th, the White Sox are not getting runs off of Shaw or Karinchak. Well, definitely not versus Class A.
The 8th and the 9th is usually when they're best. They're usually their best at like the 1st and the 2nd, and then they're usually horrible from like the 3rd to the 7th inning.
Yeah, but
and
I
then
want to face
scoring some
the
bad
Cleveland
runs.
people in the bullpen. The middle Cleveland people, I love that. Eli Morgan, bring him on.
Class A is the only guy I'm worried about.
I don't like Brian Shaw. Every time I face him, he's like throwing some frisbees and shit, and the White Sox are flailing at him.
I think Aloy could take a Brian Shaw pitch deep tonight. Let's look at our clicks that pick here, Herb, and let's get some final predictions here. So give me your start. Actually, let's go real quick. I want to make fun of that stat graphic. This is from at MLB Stats. The highest whiff rate with a single pitch in the 2022 season. It's not whiff rate. It'd be highest whiffs because they used singular stats here. But Dylan Cease's slider has, I think, if I did my math correctly, and you know, Herb, I am the math guy, 26 more whiffs than any other pitcher in the major leagues on his slider. That is insane, and he throws it, I think, less than 40% of the time right now at this point, and Gausman throws it about 50% of the time. So Dylan Cease, he's been using that slider more and more since May. It's usually been around 50% of the time, and that's been great because guys cannot hit that shit, and I don't think Cleveland's going to be able to hit that shit either. But we can't pick pitchers, Herb, so who you going with
two reigning
in the lineup?
2 reigning Cy Young Award winners in that thing that he's dominating.
And Corbin Burns, Robbie Ray, Carlos Rodon probably could be a Cy Young guy.
Top 5 guy last year, right?
Yeah, Kevin Gausman, I have an AL Cy Young bet on him this year. He's been pretty damn good.
Dylan Cease is like, you guys suck. This slider is the best pitch in baseball. I got the White Sox today losing the game 3-1 to Shane Bieber, but Yoan Moncada getting a couple hits off him, including one being a double. I'm not going full home run.
I'm gonna. It says Leury Garcia there. I picked it mainly just because Harrison was scratched.
You could switch it. Switch it up.
It's Aloy. We're going Aloy.
Okay.
Aloy's back. Hi, Mom. He's hitting a homer off Shane Bieber. I'm saying it. You know, be a homer off Shane Bieber. So there you go. And White Sox lose 4-1.
Okay. I got 3-1. You got 4-1. We both got our guys out there. So I believe that if the White Sox want to do well, just put the bat on the shoulder first inning. Don't even swing at any.
My whole advice to Luis Robert is don't swing until you got 2 strikes.
Yeah.
So all the guys maybe outside of Tim Anderson, don't swing until you got 2 strikes.
Drive his pitch count up, and maybe he sees you guys are not swinging the ball and you guys are being patient because what he uses is balls off the zone that he knows you're going to flail at. Don't be the White Sox today. Today, be the Cleveland Guardians. If you do swing at a ball, make sure you put bats a ball and get it in play because Cleveland, not that good defensively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, they're not great defensively. They're good enough. They're better than the Sox. They're pretty sound fundamentally. But
we saw what happened last week when we put balls in play when Cleveland was making a bunch of errors out there.
He made the first error.
Right? Wasn't it Big Earn?
It was Grossman. Grossman did it. It was the Tiger series.
Yeah.
He dropped that one in left field, and that was like the first error he's made
in 5 years.
In his career. Anyways, that's going to do it for the CHGO White Sox pregame show. Join us live after the final out is made, and we'll wrap this series and game up. Hopefully, it's a White Sox win. Herb and I are being pessimistic about this one, but hopefully we are wrong. We have no problem with being wrong. Thank you to Stephen Nicholas for producing us. Again, you can follow Herb on Twitter at Ecknerwall23. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. You can follow the show at CHGO_White Sox on Twitter. But for Herb
Go
Lawrence,
and get a shirt, too.
I'm Sean Anderson. Yeah, we got matching
You
shirts
guys
today.
are matching.
We did
hats
not
and
call
shirts.
each other.
Hats and shirts, too.
No chain. Herb, we got to get you a chain.
A La Pantera one right behind
It's
you.
right behind me, yeah.
All right. Well, if
Put it on in the post game.
he won't hit a homer tonight, but
If he hits a home run, I can't. I got to pick him to hit the home run.
he's,
God damn it.
He's not
He's on
playing,
the
so
IL
it's gonna
too.
be pretty hard.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's not playing because he's
Are you dizzy too,
dizzy.
Herb?
Pretty much, this Coors Light is tough.
Oh boy.
Didn't eat any food. I'm like, unlike Steven's friend Dan over there, not providing any food for my mouth.
My mouth is watering at the Do Right
Fucking
Donuts
Dan.
that the
You're the worst, Dan.
the Cubs guys have donuts, so we're gonna go eat those.
Steven
We'll talk
didn't
to
want
you.
that out there, but damn it, Dan, you're hosting. Bring some goddamn food.
2 pizzas a whole night?
Two
All those
pizzas.
people?
That's ridiculous.
Steven
At a
bowls
beer,
of chips?
at a beer
Come on.
Olympics too.
Steven could eat those 2 pizzas by himself.
Those
Easily.
are jacks. Those are easy.
Yeah, 2 jacks is nothing to you.
Step up your game, Dan.
Anyways, fuck Dan. We'll see you after the game. See you later. Go Sox.